Hey guys, Metal Jesus here, and I'm back with another community question. This one comes from the Spork Guy from Patreon, and he asks, what would be considered the most surprising game you've still never played before? Great question, and to help me answer this, I've reached out to a bunch of my friends. I'll also have my answer at the very end. I think it might surprise some people. But to get started, we're going to go to John from Digital Foundry.
So the most surprising game I've never played, that is a difficult question indeed, because fundamentally I'm interested in the medium as a whole and tend to play most games that have at least had a big impact on the industry, and certainly anything that I've personally found interesting. But one of the big ones I've actually completely missed out on is World of Warcraft. So I'm not hugely into MMO games, but I did play Final Fantasy XI and PlanetSide back in the day, which is not too far off from where World of Warcraft itself came out. But despite loving Blizzard's earlier strategy games, Warcraft series, and of course I also enjoyed Diablo, I liked StarCraft, all that stuff, I just never found myself interested in jumping into something like WoW. Even when it was blowing up, I don't know, maybe it was the time commitment, maybe it's just the videos I saw. I mean, I certainly experienced some of the zeitgeist around it and the memes and all the fun stuff coming out of it, but I just never had the urge to ever load it up, and as a result, I have never played the game at all. Which probably can't be said for most people that were gaming seriously around that era, so I don't know, it's an interesting one indeed, but that's the first one that came to my mind.
This next question really got me thinking. What game have you surprisingly never played? And now I'm a horror girl, so I love my Resident Evils and I love my Silent Hills. And that naturally led me on to thinking about Rule of Rose. Now I was lucky enough to pick up a sealed copy from the infamous Italian batch, where there were a load found in Italy from an old kind of publisher. I think it was 505 Games, and that was the shipment that was intended for the UK. So since then, the games have flooded the market, the value has dropped, and I managed to get one. But I've never played it. Now, there's that story, isn't there, that it had lots of things in that were banned and forbidden, but that wasn't the case. It was literally bad journalism in Italy that led to it not being here in the UK, so I obviously never got to play it. And even now as an adult and I own a copy, I've still never played it, but weirdly, I know a fair bit about the game. I've watched loads of gameplay. It looks absolutely great. And there's nothing in it that would question why it would ever need to be banned. It's just like Resident Evil, Silent Hill level of horror. So I think I really do need to play it, but I don't want to open my factory sealed copy. So I need to think of maybe borrowing it from somebody so I can play it, because I love my horror games. I really do. And just as a side note, my favourite horror game probably has to be Resident Evil 7. But Rule of Rose is definitely that surprising game, very popular, very well known, that I have never played.
MJR, our Jesus, the guy that inspired us to do what we do.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
But we're happy to be here. Thanks for asking us to be a part of this. The most surprising game we've still never played.
Yes. We play a lot of video games because we're a gaming YouTube channel, obviously.
But for me, it's got to be the Souls games.
Ooh, Dark Souls and all that stuff.
I love being a glutton for punishment. I love no death running retro stuff. I love hard games. And I get comments from time to time like, well, you should try the Souls games. I just never have. Sekiro, Demon Souls, you know, like all that.
All those, yeah. I've heard amazing things. They look fun. I've never played them either.
Yeah. I'm such a retro guy that I'm like, I'm sure they're hard, but they can't be like these.
Yeah, they can't be like that.
But maybe they are.
Maybe they are.
And I want to, but I just have never gotten there.
You haven't got there?
Yeah.
I have a few game series that I've never touched, and it's wild because we run a gaming channel. We have all these games behind us. I've never played an Animal Crossing game, ever, and that was super big in COVID. People bought Switches because of it. Never played that. I've never played a BioShock game, which is absolutely insane.
We need to fix
that.
Yeah.
And then also, another shocking alert, I've never played a Fallout game. What?
Wow.
That's BioShock and Fallout, amazing series.
That last one surprised me.
Yeah. Animal Crossing, it's a different type of game, but BioShock and Fallout, games I want to play, and I've heard amazing things. People are like, you gotta play this one. I just never have played any in the series.
Well, I know, it's crazy.
And
this guy's No Death ran Contra Alien Wars and Contra Hardcore.
Yeah, but it's like...
But he's never... Fallout though?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I mean, I was close in the alphabet because
Yeah.
I played Far Cry.
Yeah,
so, like,
okay.
I just barely missed it. But, so, I'm missing a lot. I'll get to it eventually. I got plenty of time left. Plenty of time.
It's all about having the time to play the games.
Yep.
But the Souls games and Fallout, like that's like New Vegas is gonna happen this year for Robert.
Oh, let's change it.
So, don't cancel me for this one, but I've never played Final Fantasy VII. I never really got into the Final Fantasy games growing up, and I just didn't really have much interest in it as a kid when it came out. I know the story's good, so like, don't come for me. I know what happens. Turn-based RPGs aren't my favorite, so I just never got around to playing it. I did pick up the PS5 version, so I will play this at some point in my life. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
The immortal John Hancock here, and today I'm talking about the game that may surprise you I've never played before, and that is Grand Theft Auto 5. People talk about it. People love that game. They talk about it all the time. It's fantastic. People say that. And, I've played games in the series. I've played Grand Theft Auto 3. I've played Grand Theft Auto 4, Vice City, and many in the series. It's just not really my game I desire to play. I play different types of games now. Those open sandbox type games, and I know there's so much you can do in that game. I know that it would probably suck me in, and I have nothing against playing a game like that. I just haven't got around to playing it. Mostly because of time limitations.
So, as you can probably tell, I'm a huge Nintendo fan. Big collector of the Nintendo 64, but as a kid I just jumped straight from the NES to the Nintendo 64. Didn't have a lot of money growing up, so buying video games wasn't something on my parents' list. A couple of my mates from school had Super Nintendos, and whenever I would go around their house I would beg them to let me play it. One of them had Donkey Kong Country 1 and the other one had Donkey Kong Country 3. So whenever I went to their houses, we'd always play Donkey Kong. They weren't very big gamers, they just wanted to spend our time watching Nickelodeon, but I begged them to chuck on the Super Nintendo and play some Donkey Kong. That being said, I have not played hardly any other Super Nintendo games. Had a quick play of the zombie one. I can't remember, the zombie ate my neighbour's one. I broke my arm one day and the next door neighbour had to go around the next door neighbour's house until my mum come home, and they had zombie ate my neighbours. It was one of the best times I've had. I tried to play that thing with a broken arm too. But last year I was lucky enough to finally get my hands on a Super Nintendo. I'm so excited. This year I want to play some games that I've never played before on the Super Nintendo. So surprisingly, games I've never played before are Super Metroid, or any of the Metroid games for that matter. I'm looking forward to playing some of them this year. Plus Super Mario World. I've never played Super Mario World before as well too. There's so many titles that I'm really looking forward to playing for the first time.
What would be the most surprising game that I've still never played? I don't know. I haven't played any of the Balatros or Elden Rings that everyone else keeps raving about. I honestly don't care. I'm not saying they're bad games. I'm not tremendously interested in them right now, but I'm more of a retro gaming channel, so people might ask about that. And, honestly, it's hard to say because I play a lot of games. And I don't really know about them much until I play them. But one specific recent example was Choplifter HD. I am a huge Choplifter fan, but I didn't even know Choplifter HD existed. So, of course, I bought it before all the Xbox store closed, and it was really fun. I really like it, and I included it in an episode because it's pretty good.
Oh man, what a tough question. But the series that immediately came to mind is the Monster Hunter series. This is a series that looks like it'd be right up my alley. It's a great, action RPG series. But the thing about it, and correct me if I'm wrong, they're really designed to be played at launch with your friends, right? Because everybody just, waits for that launch day, and then they all jump online and they all play it together. And it just never lines up with my schedule. Kelsey is a massive fan of this series. She's really passionate about it. As a matter of fact, she'll take days off from work when that game is going to launch, like a new version of it, and she just jumps on and plays for, the solid weekend, has a great time. But yeah, I've never actually played those games before, and I've heard so many great things about them. Of course, I would love to know what games you haven't played before that might surprise other people. I'll have to be honest, when John Hancock says he's never played Grand Theft Auto 5, I was like, what? I love that game so much, but it is what it is, man. You can't play them all. There's just so many games out there, but I'd love to know what you haven't played down in the comments below. And I also want to thank all the people that helped me answer this. Great content creators themselves. Please check out their channels. And as always, guys, I want to thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for subscribing, and take care.